What the hell?
I can't get the colors up on it.
Oh,
I'm in improved
good,
STL.
good morning, everybody. I guess I was recording. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Today's Restaurant News Networking Group. This is our combined meeting between our 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock group, and today is June 21st. We are a group of restaurant vendors who are here to help each other grow our own businesses and also to help restaurant owners, managers, and chefs who are might have a problem or an issue that they need help with. We are a resource for them. If you'd like to give us a call to join our group or to ask a question, give us a call at 561-620-8888 and go to our website at trnusa.com and take a look at our YouTube channel. We've got, I think, 360 plus videos on our YouTube channel, and you can access it from our website. I'm Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant News, and I'll be your host for the day. Today we have a lot of new people here this morning, and we want to jump into a before I introduce everybody, I want to jump into the topic of the Florida Restaurant Show, which John Bunn, one of our members, has been working on with Joe Carlino. So you two folks want to, John, you want to review and discuss, and Joe, you want to give us some information about the show in general so that the listening audience will know about it as well.
Sure. Well, good morning, everybody. I see a few familiar faces and some new faces as well, so that's good. Some of you, I know Howard, you probably remember from the early 2000s when Reed Exhibitions owned this group of shows, Florida, New York, and California. So I managed these shows. Some of you may remember they were marginally bigger, depending on which ones we're talking about. The management over the last 7 years prior to this past year really did not put a lot of resources into the show. I'm happy to say that the new owners, one of them who is my old boss from when I was at Reed, he's the CEO and partner in the events, have really done a lot over this past year to make things better for the exhibitors, the attendees, and in the industry in general. So I'm happy to be back. It's great to be back and see a lot of the new faces. As far as growth, which is what we're all here for, last year we were kind of what we call venue bound. So there was a wall on one side and an air wall on the other. The company that owned us before had rented that space. About 2 or 3 weeks before the show, we couldn't go anywhere. We had no more space to sell. So we rented for this year the hall next door. That being said, if the hall was, just to give you an idea of the growth and the buy-in, which is great, if the hall was the same size as last year, it'd be sold out already. So it's double the size. These guys who own the show are just wonderful. They're not interested in taking money out. They're putting the money back in. They really like the industry, which is good for everybody. It's good for us. It's good for you. It's good for the attendees. Our whole aim is to get as many companies in to help as many restaurants and food service establishments bring their, level up. And one of the things that helps people come every year is seeing new things. So new companies are great. Old companies that have new things are great. It's always good to see people there year after year. If there's anything along the way that you guys need, I know we had talked briefly about getting people in this group into an area, a common area on the floor. If that's what you want, we certainly have enough room at this point to do that. Even if I had to move other people, we can do it. But the bottom line is, it's probably out of our 3 events, this is the easiest of the events to do. New York being a little bit more difficult due to the unions and
Yeah.
the cost there is just more. So Florida is really the shining star of these shows, and also the Southeast and Florida is one of the areas in the country that is showing really the most infusion of money and growth. So looking forward to working with anybody or with everybody. And if you have any questions, give me a call, and we'll take it from there.
So thank you. Thanks for coming. For those of you who have not been here before, John has been working with Joe, and we've come up with a design for the booths at the show. And basically what we're trying to do is have this little discussion today and then have people give us their intention as to whether they're going to exhibit with us or not. So, John, do you have those drawings handy?
Yes, I do. You want to share?
Yep, please.
Here we go. Can you see that one?
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay. So it's just going to be some still shots today, but the concept is we took a 10 by 50. We split actually 2 10 by 50s with the hall in the middle. Let me go back here. There we go.
Yeah, the aisle is here.
So it'll look like this. This is the aisleway. Pick any aisle in the show. It doesn't matter at this moment, but it's a standard width aisle. And so what we did is we just kind of cut it down, just kind of give some ideas. This one here will be my booth, not specifically, but just in concept. So, you know, that I have a little wider one because I need an area for a machine. And you can see it behind me on the video, tying machine, and then a table. And then these are all the different tables that we just did colors so you could see, and we just kind of spaced them out. This would be Howard. Howard wanted a bigger booth area. We can choose as much as booth space as you want to grow it. If you need to have a 10 by 10 or a 10 by 15 or a 10 by 20, it's all going to be 10 foot deep. We did the curvature of the tables so that it gave us more room to work with the customers coming through. That's why you see it curved. And here's a side view of it. Here's one here. I have my own backdrop. It's 8 feet wide. So we just put it up there. Depending upon the space you have, whether you have the banners that expand up, whether you have a banner or an actual booth like mine, that'll dictate the size that you have. You can do table skirtings, you know, it's up to you what you want to put in there. We put today's restaurant news up here just to kind of fancy up the pictures to show you, give you the concept of what we're kind of looking at that we can do. On the sides of the booth, on the outside, if it's at the end of an aisle, so you got a cross aisle, you can put banners on the outside of it. Right, Joe?
Yes. And one of the things, that I didn't want to jump in, but one of the things about keeping that curve there and having space for people to come in off the aisle, during certain times of the show, it's like a river of people.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
if you have a table right against that, the aisle with no room for people to come in, they could be fighting literally almost like a salmon trying to swim upstream, people going, and it just doesn't make for a good conversation. So to have that room for them to step into your booth is a really smart idea. So good there.
We learned that last year because we were up against it and we didn't have, any of our members on the other side. So yeah, and then it's a bottleneck for them and they may not choose to come down the aisle.
Yeah, once somebody comes into the booth and they're standing in front of the curve, they're going to be looking at 5 or 6 different companies, and we can bounce them back and forth like a ping pong ball, which we did last year, but this would make it much more convenient. So I know some of you are new here today, and this is being dropped on you, but I'd like to discuss with you at some point, maybe during the week this week. I'm going to try to nail down exactly how many people in the group are going to participate so that we can tell Joe and he can allocate space for us. John, you have anything else you want to add to this?
No, the more we have, the better of a opportunity we all have, I think. The more we can kind of share the costs of it, which individually will help lower the cost per square foot. We can do some generalized advertising, help promote the show. And I talked to, I've been working with David as well, and I know we can do some, they do some announcements during the show. If we're going to do a raffle, or we want to do a giveaway or anything like that, I know they will help us promote our area. And it's kind of like we got our own little pavilion, which is also the concept, because sometimes in a show, and I've done shows since 1977, you get lost in the show because you don't have anything that wows them or anything that brings them to it. So anything that we can do to help ourselves and the network come up with something, that's just better for all of us. And that's the bottom line.
Can I say something real quick? I have bad Wi-Fi here, but John, could you please have that discussion over anything that I can help with in the process? You and I have had that discussion already.
Yeah, what I was trying to do is come up with something, and I talked to Terry about it, to have some kind of a promotional for all of us to participate in that draws people to our booths. And so like years ago, and again, I can just do it from the history that I've done. We created a badge that made the attendees try to find their twin, and the twin was a little a pin-on type of like a name badge type thing that had our company's name on it, and it had numbers. And so the attendees had to go around the show and find their twin number. And then the two of them had to come back to our booth to get the prize, or to go into a like a drawing for a major prize. So they get a small one and get a major prize. And I know, back then the shows would announce that we're having a drawing or what have you. I'm sure Joe would be happy to do something like that as well, because it just helps promote the show and the attendees and the exhibitors together. Because that's what we're really trying to do, is create a network. So if we have something of the nature where we can draw these attendees in to each other to help network, it just helps the whole show.
Maybe Terry can get us just a sticker, like a round sticker with a number on it, and the name of and the location of the booth, and within that run of numbers, there could be, I would say, two duplicates, one for each day. And that way people would be wearing that button or that sticker label so that they can see it easily, or they can put it on their show badge. Something like that.
Yeah. Hey, John, I'm gonna jump in here, John. Great job. Gabby, we missed you at the FAI convention. I just returned back from the Big I Insurance Association meeting in Orlando, and they did something unique this year. They had a QR code. So we had a QR code at our preferred table. They shot it with the phone, added in their info, and it dumped into a database for Heartland. That might be an opportunity to not only, have the scavenger hunt or the badge, but also for the ones that just do a walkthrough that want to leave the info, maybe dump it to a master base to Terry. And we had quite a bit of success with that, actually a lot of success. So might be an option just to collect the ones that really don't want to talk at that point, but we want to gather their information.
It's a great idea.
Randy,
You
do
know,
you have any
a lot of
information
times
on
when-
that?
When you go through the show, the attendees, they're looking at so many different things that they never really get to identify anything. So that's a great thing, Randy, there for getting their information. But also, one of my ideas is, what can we do that makes it so memorable that, number one, they're going to remember all of us or most of us, and number two, they're going to want to return to the show next year. Because if this is very successful for us, we want to return, we want them to return, and them to tell more people. So how do we help it grow as a group with all the customers that we have? That helps us, it helps Joe, it helps everybody in between.
Well, Randy, if you could touch base with John and fill him in on the details of how that actually worked, and
Well-
maybe we can use it.
Sure. John and I have been in conversation. John, I actually kept one of the posters for us. So I'll show you how it works. You can actually do it. It's a sample.
Right?
That'd be-
All right, great. That sounds good.
Randy, can you loop me in on that also? That's a pretty interesting idea. I like it.
Yeah, sure thing.
All right, I'm gonna say the first thing of my invite here. I do commercial restaurant equipment and do design. I'm thinking people think with their bellies. If I can get a vendor involved, one of my marketing companies, and they bring in a pizza oven, I don't know if it costs extra for electric at these because I've done them before, but if we have like a little pizza demo area and we draw them in with some free pizza. I got ice cream manufacturers because I saw a chat. I mean, I can start conjuring up ideas if that sounds good.
Howard,
Yes,
being there is expensive for us since we're still relatively small. But if we can be a part of it and give away our ice cream, we could draw people in.
Ice cream and pizza, what a perfect combination.
Absolutely.
Not
So
to
I will tell
interrupt,
you this.
not
the,
to
Yeah.
interrupt, this is Sarah from Sun Marketing. I just want to say that we have ovens. They're high-speed rapid ovens. Paratica makes them. They're from Brazil. And they actually make up to a 16-inch pizza within 3 minutes.
Wow.
They're
You
called
should-
Paratica,
Send your info over to me, please.
definitely.
all right.
If I
Well,
remember right, electricity is available at the facility, but you have to order it ahead of time. Okay, and the center has to put it in. You can give away food, Joe, if I'm correct here, but you have to clear it with the organization before you do anything. Is that
Mhm.
correct?
yeah, I was going to bring that up. That opens up a whole other area of approvals.
Okay.
But we're going to talk about it this week. We're going to get it nailed down.
All right.
Can Joe just give a quick overview on that so everybody can hear it and knows?
Yeah, so sampling food is okay. There's just a form that you have to fill out.
No problem.
The convention center kind of gets, and again, Florida is a very easier, much easier place to do it than some others. But they just want to make sure that, that we aren't feeding the masses and taking away from, and again, it's hard to do on a food show for them, and they understand that. But they want to make sure, for instance, when you're sampling drinks or alcohol, that it's a certain sample size so that
Right.
it doesn't avoid or it doesn't preclude somebody from buying, a
Right.
$7 bottle of water from them. So it's commonly done.
Joe.
I will tell you this, sampling can get pretty expensive.
Sure.
If you were to have, just my personal thing, if you were to have, during maybe a lull, although it would be hard for me to pinpoint the actual lull hour, let's
Sure.
say, but let's say between 2 and 3,
Right.
if you were to, have a sign saying, hey, listen, between 2 and 3, come for an ice cream social, sponsored by so-and-so,
Right.
have a sign somewhere, we can get that for you. Or even just a sign in your booth as they're passing. This way, when things are kind of in that, at 2 to 3 o'clock, some people are just leaving, and then the late people are just getting there.
Right.
So it's a good time to catch, both
I mean, I
crowds.
could do 1 ounce scoops, for
Yeah,
everybody.
perfect.
And then
Perfect.
if they want more, throw me a couple of bucks,
Yeah.
Joe, there was one other thing I wanted to mention. It may have something, it's similar to what we're talking about. Last week, we were at the Governor's Conference for Disabilities in Orlando. It was 15,000 strong people there. And one of the things I needed to do was we connected with a distributor up there. We represent 7 ice cream distributors. So we connected with Hershey. And when I mentioned Hershey to the fact that we were having it at the Hyatt Regency, they said, oh, we can't do it because the Hyatt Regency serves Hershey as well. So we got permission from the Hyatt Regency and also Hershey, and it was okay, and we had no problem doing it. So, I don't know if this has anything to do with it or, at the shows, what they're actually serving as far as,
So we would get a different brand
Right.
if there's a
There
conflict.
would, I don't think there'd be a conflict of interest. I don't know if they service, where is the show anyway? Is it the convention center or?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if there'll be a problem or not. I don't know if Hershey delivers there or not. I think they do. I'm not sure. But we
I'm
wouldn't
not sure, but Hershey's in the show, so they have a 10 by 10 in the show.
Right,
Okay.
right. So I don't think we would have a problem if we,
But if it is,
Yeah.
we would get a different brand. if
All
Right.
it's
right,
appropriate.
well, let's nail this down during the week.
All right.
John and Randy can talk about that QR code, and we'll talk about what we were just talking about. But let's nail that down during the week so that we can continue with the meeting. All right, so does anybody else have anything other than what we just talked about?
well, there was one other thing I wanted to mention. Does anybody know, somebody just mentioned this a little while ago about new restaurants with new, maybe international flavors coming available. What's going on with this Mandarin Hotel on Federal Highway? Are they bringing in foreign international food or
All
what?
right, I don't want to get into that right now. I want
Oh,
Okay, we'll talk separately.
Sure.
I want to introduce the people who are here for the first or returning time. So let me start with Sarah. Here's what I'd like to do with the new people that I'm going to introduce. Tell us who you are, what you do, where you're located, and how we can reach you. And I thank you all for coming. So Sarah,
Yeah.
tell us who you are, what you do, and where you're located. And let's try to keep our intros to about a minute because we have a lot of people here today.
Okay, hi. I'm glad to be part of the meeting. Thank you for the invite. My name is Sarah Varga, and I work for Sun Marketing Agents. So I represent over 30 manufacturers, and I'm also a consultant, and I do design work for kitchens and layouts with Revit. So basically, the best way to contact me is directly through my cell phone, where I can provide that for everyone. It's 813-599-0603. Or you could always email me at svarga, VARGA, at SMA-reps.com. So we're a company based out of Florida. We have over 8 people on our team that actually we've divided the state of Florida into each territory. And I manage the territory from basically Land O'Lakes all the way down to Ponta Gorda.
Okay, well, thank you for coming. I wanted to mention again to everybody that's here for the first time, at the end of the meeting today, I will send everybody a spreadsheet with everybody's contact information that is here. So you don't have to sit and write names and telephone numbers. So let's see. Um, Guy, good morning.
Good morning.
I know
everyone.
you're returning. You've been here before, but tell us who you are, what you do, and how we can reach you.
After a long road travel to get here. My name is Guy Salish. I own a company called Vision Financial Strategists. We work with restaurants, retail, and service industry doing fractional CFO, business analytics, and outsourced accounting and cash flow management. The easiest way to reach us is through the information that Howard's going to put out there, which would be by email, which is gsalish@vfsna.com. But take it from Howard's list, because Salish is not easy to spell.
Because we have the 9 o'clock and the 11 o'clock group here, there may be some duplication in what these people do, and that's not an issue for everybody.
And we're also in Philadelphia, so
Right.
quite a distance between states. So I
Okay.
wish I was in Florida.
Not in August. All right. Let's see. I'm looking around. Let's see. Brad. Oh,
Yes.
tell us who you are, what you do, and where you're at.
Well, I'm Brad. I'm a commercial food service equipment dealer. I have been for over 25 years. Own my old company. I opened a branch in Sarasota, Florida. I go anywhere though, all across the country. I've done HMS Host, Food Network, Cat Cora, things like that. So we design restaurants, sell equipment. Sounds like Sun Marketing is my rep for the area, or close to. But yeah, you can get in touch with me. My cell phone's 941-303-2516. We do, like I said, design. We supply all major food service equipment. The only thing I haven't done is a cruise ship, so that's pretty much that. I've done stadiums and everything else. So trying to get some traction in Florida. I feel like a lost soul. I've done it all of my life, but learning the Florida market, it's definitely a different market, even though I went nationwide before, but it's definitely different. Thank you.
And
Thanks for the invite too.
you'll be in the 9 o'clock group. And it's funny, I put a post up on Facebook looking for restaurant equipment dealers, and I got 2 responses, both from Sarasota and Pompano. Jerry, tell us who you are and what you do and where you are.
All right, guys. Good morning, everyone. Great to be here. My name is Jerry Manguel. I'm the Director of Business Development for a company called Restaurant City. Restaurant City has been in business for over 100 years, based out of Waterbury, Connecticut. We're an equipment superstore in every sense of the word, and one-stop shop for equipment and supplies. No membership required, no minimum purchases. Whether you're buying, or replacing commercial equipment in your restaurant, or building a food truck, or just buying a knife and frying pan for home. Where we have a location in Pompano Beach, and we also have a location in Sarasota, Florida. Great part of the group. My cell number is 954-415-3040, or I can be reached as well via email at Jerry with a G, G-E-R-R-Y @restaurantcity.com.
Okay, thank you. Did I miss anybody that's new? You're partially new, Mick, so I'm gonna let you start us, you and John start us off.
Okay, I'll go here. My name is Mick Marr. I'm the founding partner of Strategic Supply Chain Partners. We're a full-service supply chain group. Our company consists of executives who have worked in large chains, small chains, in all aspects. We have owners of restaurants. We have VP of operations of restaurants. My background, PO at Arby's, Vice President of Young Brands in purchasing. We have an owner of that individual actually sold their distributor to PFG, and now was an executive for a couple of the big ones, one being US Foods. She now works for us. And that's how well we are of our industry. When I say we do supply chain, we do everything that's on a PL. Yes, we do food, we do distribution, we do equipment. We also, credit card processing, any fixture, small wares, everything on a PL, energy. So again, you can reach me at 678-591-9695. Again, my name is Mick Marr. And I think that's it. We've been well represented on here for the last couple of years. So
Absolutely. We appreciate it.
I think one of the best is when you do business with somebody and they see your game plan and they end up working for that company. And like Mick said, you've got what, 3 people now that used to do business with you guys? Chris, Kevin, and this gal from US Foods?
yes.
That you guys did business with, and they said, oh, we see the model. They see this. It's not the easiest thing for us to get across to people, but it's a great model and it works very well. Hey, the trivia question. What fast food restaurant made the first veggie burger?
Burger King.
Boom! Winner right off the bat.
You're
We'll
gonna have
find
to
something
toughen
here
up
to
these
send you as a
questions.
prize.
Impossible burger.
You win an ice cream cone. All right. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Speaking about ice cream cones, go ahead, Helen and Rob. Tell us who you are.
Okay. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
My husband, Robert, and I started our nonprofit, Delicious Spoonfuls, Florida Incorporated, to train and employ people with special needs, including Down syndrome, autism, mental illness, and a host of other things. So we create events and we attend events with our ice cream cart and our employees that have special needs. And we have volunteers that work with us as well. Right now we have 2 employees and we have other volunteers. So we're looking to grow, we're looking to expand, we need more events, and we need donations, and what else?
We actually have a bunch of events booked for the fall. Gatorland is one. I got to think of some alligator ice cream. I don't know. Anyway, and we're booking in July at the Hilton in Fort Lauderdale by the Intercoastal. They want us every week to deliver, actually to serve ice cream to all their guests there because they're closing their pool area. And, we've been very busy with, all kinds of events, and we're still expanding. We've created alliances with other companies. We've been on the news. We've been on WPTV 29 and a bunch of other stations.
And
written up in
WSBN.
magazines. Right, exactly. So one of the things we're trying to do is break out and do some weddings. So if anybody knows of anybody who has a wedding to do or a bar mitzvah, just let us know.
Larger events, we've done up to 150 people with no problem, but
Right.
we like larger events. And we have it where either the host could pay or the individuals could pay.
Okay.
Work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's stay with the ice cream. Ed, you on?
Okay, I am on now. Okay. My name is Ed Gerton with Seacoast Sales in Orange Park, Florida, which is just outside of sunny Jacksonville. We're an equipment supply company that specializes in frozen desserts. So we have soft serve machines and batch freezers, horizontal batch freezers from Carpigiani. We have vertical batch freezers from BGI. We have blast freezers, Harding cabinets, display cases by ESA, GTI Designs, and IFFY. We also have whipped cream machines. You can reach me at 904-334-4489. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you. Brian, good morning.
Not working. There you go. Good morning, everybody. My name is Brian. I'm with a company called Rogue Financial Group. I've been with them about 4 years. I've been in the industry for about 16 years. I worked for a couple other companies. But what Rogue does is I'm on the hospitality side. So I work with restaurants, breweries, bars. I do a lot of work with convenience stores, food trucks, work with vendors, work with the end use the clients, the end users. And what we do is we specialize in commercial equipment financing. It could be from a small project to large project. Do work all over the country. Work with a lot of different vendors. Again, we can finance any type of equipment. Again, small, large projects. I can be reached at 404-723-7222. Thanks. And thanks, Howard. I didn't have to follow Chris there.
Yeah. Let's go to Mike Sardone. Good morning.
Morning. So I'm Mike Sardone. I run the spot on point of sale for the state of Georgia. So a little bit north of all of Florida. So you guys were looking for a Gator ice cream. You might want to go with the Adversary and a Bulldog Killer ice cream for the Gators. So see if that would be a good fan. But so we have all your point of sale needs. So we do everything inside the restaurant. Basically, we have labor management, tip pooling, all sorts of different programs, reserve management. We do the credit card processing, and main thing we focus on is just trying to make sure that everything inside your operation runs smoothly. My email is mike.sardone@spoton.com. My cell phone number is 678-231-2279, and let me know if I can help you. Maybe we'll get to, I don't know if I've been trying to figure out if we have a crew in the Florida Market Show, but have not had an answer yet. So still working on that.
What you talking about? It's Spot On?
Yeah.
It's Gary and Adam.
Is it Gary and Adam? Okay.
But they're members, but they don't show up very often.
They just collect the check. It's fine. That's all right.
Yeah. All right.
I told Gary to show up today.
He didn't listen to you either. All right, let's go to John Bunn.
Hello again, everyone. My name is John Bunn, third generation business. We've been around since 1907. We're 117 years of age. Most of you have probably at one time in your life have seen our product. We manufacture the Bunn tying machine that ties a very unique knot. The knot cannot be duplicated by hand under tension load. So it gives you a security. We've tied money in the Federal Reserve banks and the cash rooms since like 1930. They can't pull a dollar bill out of it or $1,000 bill, what have you. Today, if you look up the studies, and I just verified and double checked, 80% of the delivery drivers admit to eating the food they deliver. It's quite disgusting. So having a tying machine, we can secure your bundles for delivery. And in the case of pizzas, you can actually tie 4 or 5 pizzas together, and now you got a handle. If it's raining, if you're in the north and you're snowy country, cold, how do you get your keys out of your pocket holding on to 4 or 5 boxes of pizzas? You got to put them on the car. It's wet, it's cold. You put them in the seat, somebody cuts in front of you. Now everything just shingles all over your floor. Pizza's a mess. Why not tie it? Give the customer a handle, turn around. Our twine, and this is going to sound really weird, but for years, we've had cotton twines. Cotton has always been weak. Well, I just worked with my mill last year. Beginning of this year, we developed a new twine. It's a machine grade, 100% cotton that's stronger than poly and cotton blends. So it's not environment friendly. We are environment safe. And that's where everybody wants to go with getting rid of the plastic bags and your styrofoam and all your clamshells. So we can be there to help. Give us a call. Our number is 1-800-222-BUNN, B-U-N-N. My website, you'll see it on the back of the screen here, is bunntyco.com. Stands for Bunn Tying Company, nothing to do with Tyco. Email is info@bunntyco.com as well. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you. Darren, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Darren Gall, Tracy.net. We take the aches and pains out of phone and internet services. We are a communications consultant. We're master agents for all the vendors out there that people would know. What we do is we eliminate that maze of carrier haze for our customers and help them guide them to the right solution at a price within their budget. I can be reached online at www.traci.net. Email is sales@tracy.net. And you can reach us at 800-881-8899.
Okay, thank you. Chris Kaufman, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Chris Kaufman, Restaurant All Stars, working out of Vidalia, Georgia, where the onions grow tall, and a first-generation owner here. The company focus of the company is to bring talent to restaurant companies that need to enhance their human capital, whether it be a chef, a corporate executive, or a general manager. That's something we have done for over 4 decades. And if you only went to government schools, you'll know, well, you probably won't know, but a decade is 10 years. So for over 4 decades. And we primarily work in the Southeast United States on behalf of the companies to bring them the talent they're looking for, all-star talent, that is. Now you may remember, gosh, you may be asking yourself, how can I remember this guy's phone number? Well, it's real simple. 404 All-Star, 404-255-7827. And in New Jersey, call 404-255-7827. Thank you very much. Appreciate you stopping by.
All right, let's go to, where is she? Yes, Adelia, good morning.
Azalea. Hey team, my name's Asalia.
I pronounce it differently every week.
It's okay. I'm just happy to be here. So my name's Asalia. I'm a business broker and commercial realtor down in South Florida. I didn't check this week, but as of last week, we had 34 restaurants that we were selling. Sometimes we get second generation spaces too, but it's mostly sale of assets, small restaurants down here. So if you're looking to buy, sell, or rent a commercial space with a restaurant infrastructure, I'd love to help. And this week, I know my number, 786-457-2796. Thank you, guys.
Okay. And Azalea is in our 11 o'clock group, and our 9 o'clock business broker is Steve Whitehill.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Steve Whitehill, and as was said, I'm a business broker, which means I help people buy and sell businesses of all sorts. Today, I'd like to tell you about we seem to have a Sarasota theme, a restaurant, a pizza shop in Sarasota. It does $1.8 million a year. And on that, the owner makes $551,000, and that can be bought for $1.3 million. Now, what's really interesting and somewhat unusual, this restaurant has been SBA approved, and so you can buy that restaurant with as little as $130,000 down. It's a great way to either get into business or expand your existing business. Is just to acquire one of these restaurants. Steve Whitehill, Anchor Business Brokers. I can be reached at 561-376-7500 or steve@anchorbb.com. Thank you.
And how about Randy? Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Randy Pomputis here with Heartland Payroll. John, I sent you an email. Please send over Joe's info and I'll get that QR code meeting Monday set up. Heartland Payroll, we just returned from the FAIA, which is the Big I of Florida. Over 2,000 members showed. Big interest in hospitality. So hopefully we'll have quite a bit of interest in our networking group. Cyber insurance was huge as well. We specialize in startup companies, acquisitions, multi-locations, anything that has employees. And I can be reached at 585-622-2993. Thank you.
Thank you. Dwayne, good morning. Can't hear you, Dwayne. What we're getting is static, Dwayne. We'll come back to you. Oh, there he is. Can't hear you though.
Dwayne, you may need to click the arrow next to your audio and select your speaker source.
I can read his lips. He's asking for an internet provider.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's the internet. I think it's something to do with his microphone.
Yeah, I think so too. On the bottom left, if you're on the computer, you'll see where you have, it says mute, and then there's like an up arrow. You'll click on that, and there should be select a microphone. If there's any other options, just choose one other option and see if that fixes it. If not, maybe leave the meeting and come back in. Thanks, Darren, by the way.
I gotta tell you, I'm so smart when I selected the people to join this group. We got a built-in computer and communications with Darren and Stephanie.
It's a great tag team.
Stephanie, I just sent about 4 people your way with computer problems locally, so.
All right, great.
All right, we're gonna move on. Stephanie, why don't you do it while Dwayne's trying to figure it out?
Okay. Yeah. Again, Dwayne, did you fix it or is he frozen? I don't know. Okay. Well, hi, I'm Stephanie. Mark and I are Brilliant Computers. We assist with all things IT, residential, commercial, even for restaurants. Of course, you know, especially up in the higher ups, you've got business email, hosting and support, Microsoft 365. Of course, you're all using some kind of device or computer for communication, for business, for me. Howard, can you mute that meeting time? All right, okay, there you go. Yeah, really, when in doubt, reach out. If you ever get an email that looks suspicious and you're not sure whether it is spam or not, you can give us a call. We can assist remote and on-site. We mainly serve on-site to the South Florida area. But Boca Raton is where our office is. But because of remote technology, we're able to help you wherever you are. I've got clients in Canada, West Coast of the United States, East Coast of the United States, North and South. So yeah, we're here for you. Anything you need, again, when in doubt, reach out. Our phone number is 561-877-1119. But the best way to reach us for technical support is to email support@brilliantcomputers.com. That'll actually open up a ticket, a request for technical support. I get a text message and a phone call, and you'll get the quickest response from us from that way. Other than that, thank you guys always for having us, and I hope you have a beautiful day.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do Dwayne's intro for him, because Dwayne is the founder of ePalms, which is a company that does disinfectant spraying for restaurants and businesses and residential. He's got a spray that is easy to apply and lasts quite a while, and kills all germs and bacteria. And I'm trying to remember what else you do, Dwayne. If you want to
It's not poison.
want to reach Dwayne, give him an email at office@epalms.com. Give me a thumbs up on that one, Dwayne, if I had it right.
And you can put stuff in the chat.
Yeah, put your stuff in the chat. I have his information. All right. Let's go to Terry Ark. Good morning.
Good morning. I hope you all can hear me. Internet is not that good. So I am the owner of Creative Business Impressions. I'm located in Boca Raton, Florida. Unfortunately, I'm in Boca Raton right now, so my internet's not working that great. But I've been in the promotional products industry for 21 years. So everything that you can possibly think of that you want to put your company logo on, from table covers to tumblers to napkins to I'm gonna start searching for some Gator stuff for you guys, Helen. And I've been doing this for 21 years. There are over 1,300,000 products that I deal with, and over 5,000 companies. So if I can't find it, it's not out there, or we can make it.
Wow.
My number is 561-308-1393, and my information is in the chat.
Okay, thank you, Terry, for starting to advertise with us. We designed your ad and it came out really nice.
I like it.
All right, thank you. And Tiara and Terry.
Good morning. Welcome the new faces to our group. It's lovely to see everyone here. Very interested in the show. The show is going to be tremendous. We've had so many calls and emails wanting to know how we think it's going to go. And I can't tell you that we couldn't praise it enough. Last year was tremendous, and bringing in very smart move to sell that, Joe, to get that other half. You're already sold out of the one. I know a lot of people that will be there that are going to sign up with you. I'm in contact with Ken and Andrea and others on all of the materials that we'll be putting out every
With you in
single.
just a minute.
But what I do here at today's news are the lead reports. I will let you know what's opening in Florida with a minimum guaranteed of 50 brand new leads every month. And what that is, it's on a spreadsheet. The group gets together, everybody gathers all month the information on what's coming into Florida, who the owner is, email addresses, phone numbers, addresses. Are they two-story? Do they serve liquor? Do they have an outside area for dogs or pets or children? Or a lot of people that sell outdoor equipment for those places. They need insurance. They need licensing. There's a lot of chains coming into Florida. It's insane. This state is just overwhelming. People want to be here. So those lead reports are monthly. We try and keep the cities together, so you can sort by zip code, city, however you'd like. And if you want a sample, please email me, terri@trnusa.com. I'll do a sample. Any questions, give me a call. Terry Ark, thank you. I love the products that you sent with Howard Home. That was terrific. I don't know how you did that, but if you need anything with customized, she could do it. It was amazing. But anyways, that's what I do, and it's nice to see Mulholland here. I will be seeing Mulholland Drive in about 3 weeks when I'm back home in California.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know for sure, right? Helen, I will speak to the lady that I was talking to you about right after this. She actually called while we were on this call. So I'm back.
Thank you, Terry.
On that. Other than that, everybody have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dwayne, you want to try again?
We'll give this another shot. I
There
just
you
got
go.
on my phone. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, fine.
Much better. All right, good morning, everyone. It's Dwayne Wilson with EPOMS, Environmental Peace of Mind Sanitizing. And just as the name indicates, the goal is to give everyone a peace of mind in their indoor air quality. Now, that can be residential, commercial, and since our platform is obviously hospitality, when you're talking about restaurant spaces, front of the house, back of the house, I utilize a hospital grade disinfectant that's eco-friendly. All right. It's approved for all food contact surfaces, no rinse, no wipe required. Outside of that, multiple platforms that our services are adept for, everything from healthcare facilities to locker rooms to airports to hotels to fleet services, vehicles, residences. So if in fact you are experiencing some type of discomfort in your indoor air quality, whether that relates to an allergy situation, Terry Ark, who, man, I got to tell you, she's done some great things as far as product in my Post-it notes, but I had a chance to help her with some issues at one point in time, and she seemed to be extremely pleased. So I would encourage you, if in fact you're experiencing something like that on an individual basis, we take care of that as well. You can reach me at 786-738-2126. My email is office@E like Edward, or E like environment, P like Peter, O like Oscar, M like Michael, S like Sam, B like boy, Y, DW.com. Thank you so much.
You did a much better job than I did.
You're not joking, because I could hear you every word you were trying to say.
All right, did I miss
But
anybody?
I appreciate you at least attempting to represent for me, Bob. Thanks.
Did I miss anybody? Okay, we actually did it with just a couple of minutes over. Let's see. I guess we're not going to do any kind of topic today. We'll just call it a day and wish everybody a good weekend. Thank you all for coming. I'd like to, what I'm going to do is when I send out the attendees list for today, I'm going to include that survey form that I sent out once or twice before. Please fill it out, whether you're coming or not coming to the show as an exhibitor, so that we can get a head count as to how many booths we are going to be able to fit into our area. So let us know about that, and have a great weekend. See you all next week. Stay safe.
All right.
And
All right. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Yeah.
Let the sauce be with you.
Hey, Terry
Have a
and
great
Val.
weekend, everybody.